Good morning. Happy time zone. All that's oh geez, that is the wrong thing to have in my playlist. It's a good thing I didn't start actually playing music. I have a separate playlist of stuff that I listen to while I'm working, so that's what it was showing on the side. So sorry about the minor misattribution there. Hello, good morning. Happy time zone. Awawa? Awawa. Rar? I can't really do a good rar. I need to be able to do a good rar. Need to probably won't be able to do as good of a one as Char, but you know. Yeah, good morning. I'll try it. All right, I'll try a rar. Rar. All right, that's all. That's about all I got. Hello. Hi everyone. It's morning. I am tired. That was cute. All right. Thanks. I will workshop my rar. I gotta be fearsome and intimidating, you know. So I really gotta get that rar. Merry time zone and a happy new stream. Well, happy relativistic frame of reference to y'all. That's a Drunk Raven line. On it? Oh, dang it. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna go write some dumb code, okay? I was thinking of maybe drawing a Cecilia, but I think maybe we should keep going with the code for a bit. While I've got the motivation to keep going. Oh, Kiri of the stream, I would like to draw from your pool of wisdom. It's a little shallow, but yeah, sure, let's go. What would you like to know? Actually, exceptionally shallow. It's just really, really deep in one specific spot, and that spot is graphics programming. I have this issue I don't understand. Why is 15 times 2 30, but 16 times 2 is 32? Oh, come on, dork. You dork. If you had to pick between Lua, Python, or JavaScript to be all future software would be what all future software would be written in, what would you pick and why? I would pick a career in art and stop being a programmer. Yeah, no, probably Python. Sorry, I couldn't. Oh no! Oh no, the URL got eaten and replaced and it made a different kind of rar noise. Post it on the Discord. All right. We also have a Loki today. Just being a Loki. Should you learn JavaScript? I already know JavaScript, and that's why I don't like it. Anyway, how about we just write everything in Rust from now on? Can we do that? I'm liking Rust. I mean, it's a little bit hard to read, but it's not as bad as, like, I don't know, Perl or something. Oh, we need to do some commits. Commit -a-m. I don't know what I was doing last time. Great commit messages by great programmers. All right. Eventually, we're gonna actually write an app around all this stuff that we're doing, but we still have so much cleanup. Well, we have like a little bit of cleanup stuff to do. And ow! Can we just use C? Like, I love C. I love programming in C. I find it very liberating and fun and stuff. But, like, you gotta admit, there have been a lot of vulnerabilities in code over the years, caused pretty much directly by the way that C does stuff. Null terminated strings are a giant risk. Just arrays that don't check the length. You know, just pointer shenanigans, dingling pointers, memory stomps. And segfault is like a catch-all, you know. Segfault happens in all kinds of different circumstances, but it's all seg faults in the end. Well, usually. Sometimes it's other kinds of errors, but I was looking at, I remember a long time ago I was looking at a coding forum, and it was definitely like a bunch of like kids on there who didn't really do any C programming, and so, oh, have a good lurk. All right, bye. Well, that's not bye. That's whatever. Have a good lurk. But they were on a programming forum, and someone was like, my program is getting a segmentation fault, and everyone's like, that is the worst kind of error. Good luck ever tracking that one down. And it's like, but just run it in the debugger, see what the call stack is. Even like started looking at it. Add some printfs. You know, do some printf debug. You don't want to learn how to use the debugger? That is totally fine. Add some printfs. See where it crashed. Log it. I remember being a newbie programmer once. I didn't use any indentation in my code, so all my code looked like this. I mean, granted, I was writing QBasic stuff at the time. My first game in QBasic was spaghetti code. It was a little side-scrolling platformer, and it had like the worst internal way of like storing the data. It was a two-dimensional array. It was a two-dimensional array. IT ticket management system in Python. That seems reasonable. I actually like Python, okay? Anyway, it was a two-dimensional grid. It was a two-dimensional grid. You have like tiles, you have doors. Every cell has something in it, right? There's like blocks. There's doors for like the exits, you know, all the usual stuff. Except I didn't have like an entity type. There wasn't an entity. It's just that like the player was just another kind of block. And when the player moved, I would just like delete it from one cell and recreate it in the next cell. Same with the bad guys, same with the projectiles, same with like everything in that game. All the sprites were hard-coded, like literally like a series of pset commands or pixel set commands. Yeah. It was very, very slow. When enemies exploded, it was also like a little hard-coded explosion animation that was just like, it would draw lines from like this center point on the tile. But those explosions wouldn't actually like delete themselves afterwards, and so they would just stay there every frame. A continuous explosion, frame after frame. That was a fun game. More explosions. Yeah, if I could ever dig up the source code of that, I would show it off. But no, it was bad. It was real bad. I mean, it was a game written by someone under 10 years old in QBasic. Like, what do you expect it to be? Come on. That wasn't actually my first game, though, to be fair. But it was a really big project, and the thing is that, like, the code was spaghetti, right? So, like, I had a bunch of line numbers. Line numbers are optional in QBasic. You don't actually have to have them. And so I just had like a bunch of different like areas of the code tagged with like a line number, and it wasn't a very organized one. So like the line number would jump, it would jump around the code all over the place, and I just had a bunch of these like memorized line numbers, with that I would have it jump to for specific circumstances and stuff. No indentation at all. Completely incomprehensible. Just yeah. But I mean, we all gotta start somewhere, right? Like, most people don't start programming when they're less than 10, so I was already ahead of most people at that point. You know? Why do we have these test functions? We don't need these. It was a number. Where the hell did that come from? Oh, right there. Okay. In the Fooblarg. The Fooblarg is our type that has all the matrixy stuff. Yeah. Is Dance with the Dead? Yes. Yes, it is. Saw them live a week or two ago. Nice. I got to see them live one time. It was a concert at the DNA Lounge, and it was them and Carpenter Brute in the same night, and it was like, oh, that was a cool show. Yeah, that was a good one. Someone spilled beer on me. But yeah, there's a music thing right over there to the side. Carpenter Brute, good, yeah, I like their stuff. Except a bunch of their like recent music videos that have been all like AI slopified and stuff, and it's like, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do this. Don't do that. And it's like the same people who made like the Turbo Killer music video, and it's like, I know you guys can make really cool stuff. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, guys. You can do better than this. You're better than this. I know it. I've seen what you can do. Still like the music though. But yeah, I refuse to watch any of their like AI slop music videos. Also, speaking of AI slop music videos, God, I clicked on this video that was like, it was a Top Gun music remix or something, right? Top Gun's got a good soundtrack. Da na 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 na. Okay, everyone thinks of Danger Zone instead. Highway to the Danger Zone. You know that one. There's also Mighty Wings. Mighty Wings is a good song. But anyway, enough of that. It's some like synthwave song. It's Top Gun themed. I clicked on it, and it's an AI like Ghiblified version of a bunch of clips from Top Gun, and it's like, you really do not understand what Studio Ghibli is all about, do you? That's disrespectful. That's gross. That's real gross. How many Studio Ghibli things are out there are like pro-war? Like pro-military industrial complex, you know? There's this movie that's like glorifying the Air Force or whatever, and done in the style of like this extremely anti-war like animation studio. Just gonna walk into the ocean. Yeah. Don't forget the take my breath away. Top Gun is a chick flick. Speaking of Top Gun, I've never seen Days of Thunder. Everyone tells me it's basically the same movie, but with cars instead of jets. I need to check that one out. If it has, if it has, you know, half as good of a soundtrack as Top Gun, then I'd be down. Top Gun is 40 years old. Please do not remind me. Because I'm older than that movie. What? Do we need to keep the test sleep function? Got this async task sleep, blah, 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 blah. Async std task sleep. I'm gonna forget how to do that later on. Oh well. Can't believe the 80s were 20 years ago. Oh, come on. I have to see a physical therapist because of like whatever is happening to my neck due to age. Actually, just this is something that started in my 20s though, so it's been something I've been dealing with for a long time. But yeah, I remember the 80s. I was alive back then. Even then, it still manages to feel like a completely different reality anytime I see a movie from the 80s. It's just like it's like watching stuff. It's like you know, the Forgotten Realms is like this fictitious reality that like everyone knows about, right? Everyone's played D&D, everyone knows Forgotten Realms are, you know, that's like the default setting and stuff like that. So like everyone knows about it, everyone's like deeply familiar with it and all this stuff, but it seems like it, but it's like another universe, right? That didn't actually exist. That's what the 80s feels like to me now. Is like I watch something from the 80s, like no one dresses like that. That would be ridiculous. Look at that hair. It's awesome, but no one has that. So yeah. Yeah. This doesn't await. You know how we do it? Oh, right. That's because the function that it calls is the await. Why do we even have that? Why do we even have this like this? Why don't we just... The 80s is just Forgotten Realms. I don't know. I mean, it is kind of forgotten, right? Alright, we got this destroy client function. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Get rid of that. We still need to change the name Fooblarg into something. Also, we don't have to use unwrap instance anymore. We can just pass the GD objects around, or like the GD smart pointer things. So, or reference counting pointers. They're not very smart. Base GD. Home server URL is never used. Really? 80s and 90s are popping up there a lot now. Yeah. I miss the time where all the cool stuff from the 80s was like dirt cheap and easy to pick up. You could pick up a retro computer for about $10 because it wasn't retro at that point, it was just out of date. Those are the days. I did pick up a Sega Genesis recently, 2 Sega Genesises for Genocide, whatever, for about $15. So I guess, you know, that's still a thing. Where did I actually get the home server? So when we create the client, we get the home server URL. EP snack, yeah, I know. How is that? Starting to rethink my no coffee thing. Ow! Okay, let's say self dot home server URL equals URL. Dot clone. Actually, no, we don't have to clone that. We can just, because this is a borrow down here, we'll just hand it over there. Oh. More Rust? Yes. More Rust and a lot of yawning, because apparently I'm tired. And I'm also being nostalgic and talking about the 80s again. I don't have a whole lot of memories from the 80s. I have a few of them. We had this really, really crappy little TV. It was like tiny. We had this pretty decently sized living room, but we had this tiny TV sitting on top of a little itty bitty cabinet. Yeah, it smelled like burning electronics all the time, and it had like a, you know the safe area for like UI design? Yeah, that exists because of TVs like that one. I don't remember the 80s at all. Let's see if I can find what this TV looked like. Hold on a second. Let's just search for vintage TV. Not this old. Maybe like this one, I think. That's pretty close. That is an AI generated image. Damn it! I freaking hate this crap. It's all AI slop. Just search on eBay. There we go. Not quite that old, but it did have a similar dial for the channels. Like, you don't get a remote with this one, you just get like a hardware dial that clicks. God, vintage TVs are still like pretty freaking new. This one's older. 1960s. Got a 60s and 70s. That's closer to what I had. 1983, that's probably really, really close. Yeah, this is okay, great. Yeah, this is really, really close to what I had as a kid. It is. Oh, this one's black and white. The one I had was color. Yeah, that's how old we're talking about. Well, the overscan. Yeah, the overscan was real bad. Safe areas exist because of TVs like these ones. But this is pretty similar to what I had, except the one that I had was in color. You have two hardware dials on here. You have VHF and UHF. And then, yeah, some other dials on there. No remote or anything. Just, oh, please tell me there's no picture of someone's underpants there. Oh, I actually have one of these. It's in the basement right now. I own one of these. It actually still works too, but you can't really receive anything on it because TV signals today are digital. Yeah, all these vintage TVs are really, really new. I can't actually find something like that's... Oh wait, we got... This one's color. It's still not the same one, but like again, you got the VHF and the UHF. And so there's like two totally different like frequency ranges. We only picked up... Oh yeah, the other thing is we didn't have cable. When I was growing up, like we did for a bit, and then my parents got rid of it to save money. And so I didn't have any channels with The Simpsons on it, which made me sad. We had 4 channels. We had 4 channels. 2 of them came in okay, but only showed boring stuff. One of them came in like complete crap. Like you couldn't see could hardly tell what was going on because of like how grainy the signal was, but you could still hear the audio from it just fine. Like the audio was okay. The visuals were just like completely gunched. And then we had the Spanish channel, which we didn't watch because none of us understood Spanish, and also weren't really into Spanish soap operas. And the Spanish channel kind of came in a little bit crappy too, so it was like, you know, even if we did. And then, so we had like those 4 channels, really 3 channels when you get down to it. And that's how we watched TV when I was growing up. Channels 3, 6, and 12 were the ones that we had, which is actually kind of interesting that it doubles each time. But channels 3 and 6 were the only ones that showed interesting. So Saturday morning cartoons were all over all of them, though. We just had a very limited selection of Saturday morning cartoons. Every time it started showing Saved by the Bell, I'd switch to a different channel because I didn't like Saved by the Bell. I want to watch cartoons. Hey, Mnemonic. I am reminiscing about the 80s to avoid doing actual work on my Rust project. Oh yeah, so anyway, having said that, the TV that this little tiny TV actually had UHF. We upgraded the TV later. I remember being in the store when we upgraded to the new TV. It was a bigger TV. And I remember that being a thing that happened in the 80s. I was like 3 or something at the time. I was so tiny. But the thing is, when I needed a TV to play my Nintendo games on in my room, they gave me the old TV, which was janky. And you had to like plug in this weird adapter to the antenna thing, which was the antenna connector was literally just 2 screws that you would like screw the cables down onto from the bunny ears. This one had bunny ears. It has a bunny ear. It had an antenna like that, but it was like 2 of them. And there was a connector for the bunny ears that was just like, it wasn't even a plug. It was just like two studs, like screws that you would tighten down the things onto. And And that's how we had to plug the Nintendo into, through an adapter. We had like an adapter that would adapt from the Nintendo's like RF output to that, which was like, those adapters were all over the place in our house for some reason. We had like a million of them. I remember playing Legacy of the Wizard, and I wasn't able to see the top of the health bar, because like it actually shows important information there. I couldn't see the top of the health bar because the overscan was so bad, or like the safe area was so constrained. Have news to share? Uh-oh. Good news, I hope. Anyway, so I'm still getting to the point of this story. I discovered that the UHF, we actually had access to a UHF channel on that TV. The new TV that we got did not have UHF, but the old TV that we had did. I think, or at least like we couldn't access any of those channels on the new TV, but we could on the old TV. But it was like a weird public access thing that just kept showing the same stuff over and over and over again. After 2 months on E, it finally happening. Boobs starting to hurt. Congratulations! Congratulations on the pain. I remember when I first started growing boobs, and I was actually like in the process of moving at the time. So every time I lifted up a box and like held it against my chest, it'd be like, ow! Ooh! Yeah. Worth it. Before I had boobs, I always kind of wondered what they would feel like. Turns out, it doesn't feel much different. I mean, like, there's stuff there, but like it was like the mapping of the surface of the skin or something. I imagine just being like different or whatever. But no, it's. All right, let's clean up all these warnings up here at the top. The texture's mapped differently. That's the difference between male and female morphology is the texture mapping. Right. Does it feel nice? The UV map is different. Like how everyone jumped in with the same joke. Share brain cell. Alright, we have but a single warning left. Where is it? East GD. Two init GD. What the hell is two init GD? It's far escape velocity. It's time to go. All right, are we free of warnings in the entire project? That would be really cool. Stop. Let's find out. I'm so tired. Why am I tired? Oh, I know why I'm tired. It's because I was up all night working on fixing bugs at work. I keep ending up working really, really late, and it's becoming a problem. Hey, look, no warnings. Nice. All right, we got some pretty minor cleanup stuff to do now. I think we're almost ready to actually move forward and start making like an actual application here. Isn't that wild? I think that's pretty wild. I think it's cool. Does anyone know how to register a Matrix user on a Matrix server that uses MAS? Out of warnings, get more warnings with a cargo clippy -- warn pedantic. Oh my god. What does cargo clippy do? Wait a minute. Checks the package to catch common mistakes and improve your Rust code. Oh, I don't want to look. Oh. Ah! No, there's more. Ah! Frick. Loki, stop doing that. Loki. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. How's it going? That's not even pedantic. I know, that's what scares me. This import is redundant. This import is not redundant. Damn it. Well, I guess we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Loki, why are you being so... Loki is like on top of my tail right now. And he's cleaning himself. Okay. All right, that is a weird place for a bath, but sure. Just to get rid of this. Is that... Oh! Hmm. I'm 3D. It's true. I can be even more 3D. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Do you want to see me become even more 3D? Should I give a freebie? Oh, thanks, Zmotic. Thanks. Now I'm really 3D. Get your 3D glasses on, though. You gotta have your 3D glasses on first. Just imagining this creature going wild in your lap right now. That's basically it. It's further down than, like, my lap, but yeah. Place we find each other. This really doesn't like a lot of our return statements. So brothers. Anyhow. Really? How am I getting away without like without those ones? Because I use it in here, but is that? It's also in the wrap block thing. So if we get rid of it from there, will that start causing errors? No. How is it knowing to use anyhow? I am very confused. Is it just the fact that it's in the like the cargo toml file or something? Put on my Eclipse glasses, can't confirm 3D. seem to be using match for destructing a single pattern. Consider using if let. Huh? 287. They put inside your head under blackened sky. We light the torches and we hear the sounds of the soundtrack to the rebellion. If let some S. Okay, fine. Fine. If let some S. Let some S. If let some S equals room name. I don't know. I don't use if let enough. I probably should. Okay, well, the complaints are getting fewer. They're... Use Ural. Use Ural. Loki, you need to chill the hell out. Alright, let's see what it says about the pedantic stuff. What was the command again? It was dash dash. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, wrong chat log. Dash dash warn dash dash warn pedantic. Pedantic. Okay, you know what? That's not actually that's not actually that bad. Redundant field names and struct definition. Run Jodot results. You just replace it with just base? Is that like that? Yeah. Does it recognize that it's a variable? The variable is named the same thing as the other thing? That's weird. How does it? Where's that in the Rust book? So if I name this like base 2, then that wouldn't work, right? Okay. It has to be the same name. As long as the names match, then the name of the field and the name of the variable can be the same, and I just put that. Is that? That's weird. Why did they do that? It's like, of all the weird little things in Rust, why that specific convenience, I guess. Oh, lint name pedantic is deprecated and may not have an effect in the future. It's being pedantic about my command line. Sheesh. Oh, that's many more things now, isn't it? Field init shorthand. Okay. Ah, jeez. We should probably just go ahead and start writing the application instead of dealing with this stuff. The code will get messy again anyway, so like, you know, oh, that's not the right lib. To do impl the init. Okay, I think we got that already. This name is ridiculous. We still have to fix the name Fublarg. That's, yeah. This right here is interesting because we do have to be able to recognize like unauthorized situations. I think we might do that through a separate mechanism though. I think I might just like have a flag that we raise to say that the thing has been deauthorized. So like, let's say we've been logged out or something like that. That's one of the situations that we have to deal with here. Being disconnected, not necessarily an issue to change, to make us change our behaviors. We just need to keep trying. Or keep trying to stay connected. Keep trying to do those sync events and stuff. So yeah, maybe we'll add we could add a field on here that says that we've been deauthed. We could have a signal for when we get deauthed. What do you think? Of like a field that we pull for, or like a signal to indicate that we've been deauthenticated? I'm giving Wookiee scritches right now because he's down next to my tail. Or maybe I just don't worry about getting deauthenticated for now. It's just that we're gonna start getting like a huge like flow of errors when that happens. I want to actually write the program. Why am I spinning my wheels just like staring at this? Let's actually rename Fublarg. It's time. What should we call it? We should probably call it Matrix Client Wrapper. Alright, Loki has migrated over to the other side of my tail and is now cleaning himself over there, too. Oh, he's doing a little blep thing with his tongue out, also. He's being a weird little dude. Loki, you're blepping. Loki. Weird little dude. Who wants to know more stuff about the 80s? I was around for the second half of it. I don't remember most of it. I sure did use that TV for a long time though. I kind of wish I still had it. I like those clunky click 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 like controls for the channels. And I have a lot of complaints about modern smart TVs. Boop is booper. I do not like smart TVs. It's like when something goes wrong with them, it's such a pain in the butt to like fix it. If something goes wrong with the dumb TV, it's like you just, you know, you plug in the right damn cable, right? Something like that. But like we'll have a thing happen where, I don't know, we'll be watching something on the TV and the cat will come by and step on the controller, or someone will bump the controller and accidentally turn it off or change or switch apps on it or something. And we have to like navigate through this whole UI to get back to what we were watching. And then it starts us at the beginning of the thing that we were watching. And it's like, what? Half the time it doesn't connect to the audio system because the audio system is too smart for its own good or something. Apparently Scepter still makes dumb TVs. All the other TV manufacturers are in the advertising business, not the TV making business. Yeah. I mean, if I could get a TV and then just say, like, just act like a dumb TV. You will do nothing but what comes in through this input, and then we connect, like, I don't know, a entertainment center equivalent of a KVM switch to it or something, then I'd be okay with that. I could just not use any of those features. Never connect it to the Wi-Fi, never allow it to have an update. It would effectively be turning a smart TV into a dumb TV. Or maybe we need like a Lineage OS equivalent for TVs. Taking away clicking knobs is a mistake. A deadly mistake in cars with touchscreens. Yep. You're gonna get me started on my car rants again. I still consider power windows to be an unacceptable loss of agency for people inside vehicles. Yeah, power windows were like the fact that you can't roll a window down if the car doesn't have power is like ridiculous. That's absurd. Cuz my 95 pickup my 95 truck, I can do it. My 89 Jeep Wrangler, that can do it. My 74 Jeep CJ5, that can do it. All my old vehicles can do it. Every single vehicle that I ever owned, you know, because I've only owned stuff. The newest I've ever owned a vehicle is like 95. All those vehicles, you can roll down the window without having the battery connected. Modern vehicles, you can't. They took that ability away from you. Similarly, like, it's hard to imagine driving like an automatic transmission just because like you can't engine brake with it. It's like you just took away one of my sources of like emergency stopping ability. Like if my brakes go out, I can use my engine to slow down and stop. You can't do that in a vehicle with an automatic transmission. So it's like less safe to drive a vehicle with an automatic transmission just because of that, because like you just have less control. Let's see what else. You can put it in basic mode, use that as a dumb TV. Oh, that's nice. All right, what else? Touchscreens in vehicles, yeah, that's bad. In my Jeep, I can have my eyes on the road, and I can manipulate the heater, the air conditioner, the stereo, the like every instrument inside that thing, hazard lights, turn signals, you know, high beams, versus low beams, headlights, windshield wipers. I can activate all of that stuff without taking my eyes off the road. I can do it by feel. I know where it all is. It makes a nice satisfying click. It's both audible and tactile when I do it, or clunk if it's a really serious one. Every one of those controls, like, I can do by feel. I don't have to even like look at them. I know where they are, and I know how they feel when they've been activated. You can't do that with the touchscreen. Wait, hold on. Parking brakes aren't manual anymore? In other cars? Seriously? It's not. It's also called the emergency brake for a reason. Ah! Why do they keep taking away safety features? It's just making it worse. They're making it worse in the name of, like, I don't know, convenience? Just give me my roll down windows and my manual transmission, and don't have an emergency to avoid your extended warranty. We have vehicles that have like runaway throttles now, or it's like it's so damn complicated that one bug in the system causes the throttle to just like gun itself. And it's like, if that happened to my truck, I know exactly how I'd deal with it. I'd pop it into neutral, and I'd probably run away, because a diesel runaway on my truck is actually really, really scary. But like, I could just pop the transmission in neutral and we're good. I guess you could technically do that on an automatic transmission also, but like, how many people actually use the neutral setting on their automatic transmission? I think for most people, you have like park, drive, and reverse, and they've never actually touched neutral. I bet you like, I'm not allowed to bet on Twitch, so I can't actually specify an amount. Actually, am I allowed to bet on Twitch? They allow, like, there's that whole scandal about like gambling streams. I've never been involved in that universe, so I'm not seriously asking. I don't want to know. Never mind. Don't tell me. Okay, so we gotta go and change all the fooblargs into matrix client wrappers. Matrix client wrapper. We'll just concentrate on the type name first. Ask for personal data when you're signing into your TV. When you're signing into your TV, like, yeah, I'm already disgusted. I'm already disgusted at that line. Sign into your TV. A TV does not need to know my personal information. I'm sorry. I better hold on to the dumb TV that I do have. It's not a great one, but it's decent. Sabine's put in a lot of effort to make the TV situation here good, but it is a smart TV, and occasionally we're just fighting with that thing. And occasionally it's like it's getting in our face about updates and stuff, and like I said, the sound system has weird issues all the time. It's like yeah. I don't like the way technology is. I don't like the way consumer electronics has gone. Let's put it that way. TV needs your social security and driver's license so it knows if you're old enough to see boobies. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Well, you shouldn't buy one anyway. Heck off. Despite the ubiquity of smart TVs, for some folks, the notion of web-based features on a TV is unnecessary. Hi, I'm one of those. Others are more concerned about their privacy. That's also me. Citing data scraping tendencies of big tech companies and the onboard microphone that... onboard microphones? What? Go away! Oh my god. Even browsing the web today is... not like it was perfect back in the day with like pop-ups and pop-unders and stuff, but like... whew. Hey, Cyberwaffle, how's it going? Good evening. Well, more evening? It's morning here, but happy time zone. Alright, there's so few dumb TVs. No one's selling dumb TVs because the business of smart TVs is too lucrative. Just one TV, blah, 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 blah. We live in a golden age of cheap TVs. Budget-friendly models today look much better. Somewhere between blah, 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 blah. Also, ways to limit or outright disable a smart TV's web-based. So you have to like buy a smart TV and then turn off the smart part of it. Like, oh right, so they're selling at a loss so that they can make it up with ads and stuff. That's really gross. That's really gross. I wonder if, like... so you can get a business screen. Interesting. Okay, business screen. Yeah. Commercial TVs. Okay, alright. I see where they're hiding the good stuff now. Alright, that's with WebOS power management and SuperSign Samsung 50-inch, blah, 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 blah. Alright, what do we got here? Features. Convenient content management. Take advantage of the Business TV app. If I search for dumb TV on AliExpress, what'll I find? 32-inch FHD smart. Don't say smart. With Alexa, no, 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 no. Assistant built in. Oh my god. Smart TV, but no! No! Give me a dumb TV! Come on! Retro vintage TV. Oh, hold up. That's cute. What even is TV for these days? That's a really good question. It's just a big, it's just a big monitor, right? It's a big low quality monitor. Big screen for watching with friends. So maybe we should search for a monitor. Search for a 72-inch monitor. Oh look, there's one for only $1. Wow, these search results are all over the place. Maybe looking at AliExpress is not the correct place to go. Ooh, hey. 180 hertz monitor for only $100. How likely am I to be scammed if I order this one? Scepter is alright. Yeah, yeah. We'll have to look at Scepter, I guess. It just sucks that there's only like one manufacturer, you know? $1 TV or $1 monitor seems like the biggest scam in the entire universe. I don't know. Hold on a second. You want to see a scam? Here. We got micro SD cards for $1 each. And they go up to, let's see, 16 gig, 64 gig, 128 gig, 256 gig. Yeah, 256 gig micro SD card for $36. That could be maybe, I don't know. I'm sus on that one, but let's see. How about 10 TB hard drive? Here we go. We got a 2 terabyte USB stick for $1.6. Seems like a pretty sweet deal, huh? That's a pretty sweet deal, ain't it? That's a scam. 100%. That's a scam. It's waterproof too. Nice. Let's see what else we got. We got 16 terabytes! 16 terabyte drive for $6. 16 terabytes! I could fit my entire VOD archive on that. Wow! Wait, hold on a second. That's not the right one. 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 8 terabyte. Sorry, it's $739 for a 16 terabyte. Which says 4 terabyte for some reason. Oh, it's okay. That's just the different images. Oh, they all look all the same. Wow, neat. Waterproof because its function as a paperweight and weight is not impeded by water. That's true, yeah. See, here's one that might not be a scam. I mean, you know, your mileage may vary with AliExpress. It's always kind of a gamble, right? But we got a 6 terabyte portable external drive for over $200. That could be an actual drive. It might also be like an off-brand one that's been like that's using the Western Digital brand. I don't actually see anything that says Western Digital on it except for the thing that just says WD. So I have a feeling this might be an off-brand. Yeah, this is not actually Western Digital. It just has the letters WD in it. This item did not arrive and I was refunded. Seems to be hard to get deliveries from AliExpress at this current time. Yeah, that's actually understandable. What else we got? Let's find some more scams on here. Got 16 terabytes for $10. The nice little keychain. I will note that this is the exact same keychain that my fake USB drives arrived with. Oh, I got the cute little adapter thing. Amazon, Walmart, etc. sells fake drives too. Yeah, well, I mean, a little bit easier to get your money back from them than AliExpress. AliExpress is just you're just rolling the dice. Oh, that's a cute little camera. I see a lot of drives like nope, that's not actually a link. This one. Nope. Yep, go away. Oh my god. The drives of this form factor are really common. I have some real ones and some fake ones like this. These little like just aluminum shells that they have. 16 terabyte USB drive for $8. Nice. That seems like a pretty good deal. 512 gigabytes for $1. Oh, that's a lot of scams. All right, let's get back to programming. Right, everything in this node3d.gd is kind of, we don't really have to worry about that, I think. Let's go ahead and test this too. Oh! Send test message. Bam. Nice. Also, I like how these are, wait, these are encrypted events. We got, oh, look! We got unable to decrypt events. Now you know we're working on a real Matrix client when we get unable to decrypt events. Yeah, awesome. Now we're really Matrix. Smash the system, but it's not for everyone. Now you will listen. Oh my god, they're all unable to decrypt events. Ah! and confined inside your mind, draw your own view. So I think what's happening here is that like these events are old events, probably. Applause, when we are kings you will be. Another suit against the wall. Bang. Like, we're not gonna get an unable to decrypt event just from like sending a thing ourselves, right? Timeline event decryption result. What the frick? Guided by your claws, when we are kings you will be. Another suit against the wall. Bang. I'm gonna have to log in to one of these test accounts and actually see what the hell's going on in that room. Hang on a second. Which test user is this? Is it test user 1 or test user 2? I don't remember. Whatever, it's fine. Here comes the master slave, demand respect for treason. You are my reason to despise the world. Guided by your claws, when we are kings you will be. What channel have we been testing stuff in? We're just gonna have like a hard-coded channel ID, aren't we? By your claws, when we are kings you will be. Another suit against the wall. Bang. Neither of these are correct. Realize that we have made maybe a critical mistake here. Yeah, okay, test user 2 is definitely the one. That's interesting. So is this on a server that used to be federated with the other server? I can't see any of our activity in this room, or in any of the rooms. Show.test room stuff. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, hold on. That's us. That's us right there. 9:30 a.m. Okay. Why can't I see... We need to see some of the hidden events going on here. Room encryption is disabled at the moment. Is this setting it to a different room? What room are we sending our stupid test messages to? Crap. Okay, send test message. That's actually in here. So send test message. That is going into... We have a thing that says got room name. Alright. So I have to look for got room name in the output. Okay. Start again. Send message. Got room name. Astif Astif. Okay. So here is Astif Astif. Oh, you see that? Actually, like flickered. Like it wasn't. Hang on a second. Send that message. Hello? Unsupported message. Oh, wait, no, don't delete the unsupported message. I want to see that. I want to see it. User settings. Developer tools. Nope. Room settings. Okay, room encryption is enabled for this one. Developer tools. Okay, Cine is not going to show us the unsupported message types. Cine show unsupported message. Show hidden messages. We're gonna have to use the element, aren't we? Ugh. Also, it's interesting that it was sending two messages like that. If we do view source on this, we don't get any of the text for the unsupported message type. So let's go ahead and cut out all the code that sends the... Where does it actually send the hello? Oh, right here. Event type. Okay, so it's sending two messages. So let's go ahead and comment this out. Let's go ahead and restart. Restore session, send test message, and we should get the unsupported message type here, which we can then, view source. And then there's our type and our foo and our bark and whatever. We also got the original encrypted event. That's interesting. Bark indeed. Not to be confused with Bark VR, which is another thing that uses Matrix. It was written by... Crap, who's the name of the author of Bark VR? They've come into the stream chat before. Zodi? Is that it? But yeah, it's another like Jodot Matrix thing, but like with virtual reality and stuff. I don't know much about it, or what state the project's in right now. Let me look it up. Barkbur. Here we go. Zodi Pupper. Open source social VR platform, Jodot Matrix client, XR collaboration tool, blah 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 blah. Work in progress. Last update 3 weeks ago. You know anything about VR chat banning furries? I don't think VR chat's banning furries. I don't believe you. That would be ridiculous. That sounds extremely made up. Considering, like, I've seen screenshots of like their all hands company meetings and parties and stuff that they have inside VR, and like half of the devs are furries themselves. So I would find it very, 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 very weird if they decided to ban furries. It sounds extremely made up. That sounds extremely made up. It sounds like someone intentionally misinterpreted something that happened. Do I have to go search for it and see what this stupid made-up story is all about? Yeah, there's nothing about them banning furries on here. This is nothing showing that they're like doing any kind of systemic ban of furries. Saw a thing on Fetty. Yeah, let's search on Google. Yeah, it sounds like someone was taking something that happened and intentionally like running with it and trying to make it sound a lot worse than it actually is. Yeah, there's nothing here. That's gross. That's a bad person right there. Yeah, I'll look on my Fetty. Five people talking about VR chat in the last 2 days. Okay, here we go. We got I'm gonna read it off. I'm not actually gonna show anything from Fetty on stream because I know better. About the VR chat is banning furries post that seem to be gaining some traction. This is from Noel. Oh yeah, let me actually open the post. Community guidelines has no mention of furries. Please check primary sources of these kinds before boosting. Okay, someone on Fetty 12 hours ago said Lamau VR chat banned furries and sexual content. Lol Lamau. That's it. That's someone just saying it. Someone just saying stupid things on Fetty. Sources many on Blue Sky. Okay, all right. People with Blue Sky accounts are gonna have to dig up the information about this because I'm not on Blue Sky. Let's see. Sources many on Blue Sky and in different forums that are for VRC. Apparently, what is going on is the following: take it with your grain of salt. All I confirm is worlds being taken down like. I'll post when this is posted. VRC updated their TOS, pointing out that furry and adult content are expressly banned. A few normal people groups learned that and started mass reporting furry worlds, models, and users, and is mainly focused on worlds and models right now. And here's a link to the thing. Yeah, so basically, all of this is made up. Yeah, this is... None. Yeah. Okay. So what happened? What happened here? I'm gonna read the tea leaves and piece the puzzle together, even though I have like a bunch of missing pieces. I think someone got banned for doing sexy stuff in VR chat, probably in a public world or something, and they are claiming that they got banned because of their furry stuff. I'm going to look up the name of the world that got banned. I'm going to do this off stream. Because I have a feeling... Oh, yeah. Yep. You actually get... Oh... I'm digging a little bit into this person's content, and oh yep, that's I'm looking at the Patreon of the person who was complaining about being banned. Yeah, they had a they had a fetish world. They had a fetish world that got them banned, like a publicly accessible fetish world. I'm trying to look up info about the actual thing. I have a feeling that it is... All right, here's the tags. Author tag micro, author tag macro, author tag vor, author tag furry, content, other, author tag Byron, system approved. Yep, that was smut. That is smut. That is fetish content, 100%. So someone made a VR chat world that was largely focused on vor content. It was probably public. Got their asses not even banned. They just got suspended for 3 days. And the content was removed. And this is blown up to VR chat is banning all the furries. Is what people are reporting now. So. Banning all VRC's furries from VRC would be a ridiculously asinine move. They have to ban like half of their employees. Hello, the Amanda Queen. How's it going? Okay, yeah, I read the name right. Cool. Sorry for spreading misinfo. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's a lesson for us all in media literacy, I think. And I just like, immediately kind of being like, that sounds fishy, right? I mean, I like never trusted a corpo to do the right thing, but also like I know people in VR chat and they're all furries. Like I know people who work there. I have friends who work there and they're furries. And I think I'd probably have heard people complaining loudly about this if that were the case. But no, it's someone's stupid like vor fetish world got taken down and they got suspended for 3 days. Oh, speaking of that, Ferality is coming up. Heck. I gotta register. When is that? It's this month, right? I don't actually say. Oh, Friday. Oh, Never mind. Wait, it says registration is now open, though. Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Is that a different thing? It doesn't say when it is. When's the event? There we go. June 4th through 7th. Okay. Thank you. Sheesh. I think you're a little late. No, it's fine. I didn't think it was gonna be that soon. I like the random mech in the background. It's like, ah yes, the mech furries. Trying to see if I'm in any of these shots. All right. But yeah, you know, it's like you always got to check like primary sources on that stuff. Here's another thing that happened recently that I was just hearing about. Basically, from what I understand, there was an artist who just got arrested in the UK, and they were like, I was arrested for my art, for my drawings, and no one's saying what the drawings were. I think we all know what the drawings were, but everyone like defending the person is very, very, very careful to avoid talking about what those drawings were. And it's like, you look into it like a little tiny bit past the surface, and it's like I can see why. Yeah, I can see why you got in trouble for these. Don't look into them, actually. Don't look at the art. Yeah, you don't want that stuff on your hard drive. In a browser cache or otherwise. I'm gonna leave that up to your imaginations. I'm not getting into that. But I'm just talking about the messaging here. Like when they were trying to defend themselves, they were all in being like, I was arrested just for drawing things, and this is a horrible principle where they'll just like arrest you for drawings and blah 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 blah. They're all burying the lead there pretty hard, just like this person with the VR chat is banning furries thing was doing. It's like they didn't specify what the world was that got them banned. Suspended for 3 days. Didn't even get them banned. Jeez. But that really blew up. Let's see. Media literacy, it matters. This happens all the heckin' time. Look up. There's a few like concepts to understand here. One is see, manufactured outrage is similar and related, and also there's manufactured consent. These are dangers that we must be aware of. Manufactured outrage is the kind of thing where it's like, go on social media and find, like, take the group that you don't like, socially, politically, whatever, and find one person in that group like complaining about a thing. And then write a news article being like, this group is complaining about this thing. And you link the tweet or whatever. And you make a story about like, accounts all over this social media are complaining about this thing and blah, blah, blah. And you make it look like it's actually an entire group complaining about the thing when it's like just one asshole or something. Same with manufactured consent. Manufactured consent is basically like, imagine you're like, you control a news company and you just like pump out article after article being like, people really want this thing to happen, without there actually being any info or anyone actually wanting that thing to happen. And so in the news, it looks like people want that thing to happen, and you know, not just like news, but like podcasters and other influencers and you know, commentators and all that stuff. That's what manufactured consent is. It's propaganda. These are both propaganda, actually. Manufactured outrage and manufactured consent. Be aware of both of them. So when something seems to be like outrageous, when something seems to be like really outrageous, and it's only like one person doing it or one article or whatever, you gotta look into those like primary sources and stuff, and figure out what's actually going on. Can I ask a question? Sure. I mean, you also just, I don't know anything about that person, so. Media literacy, people, it's important. And also, by being media literate, you can avoid like spreading disinformation too. So. If there's something outrageous, I know that boost button is very, very like tempting to press. But you know, you gotta see if you're actually doing the right thing there. But yeah, what advice would you like? I can't necessarily guarantee good advice. Have you ever dated anyone? Yes. And if so, do you have advice for wanting to date as a system, where not all of the system wants to date people? I'm probably a bad person to ask for advice about system stuff, given that I'm someone who fairly recently discovered this about themselves, and I don't think it's caused too much. I would have to like kind of retroactively examine some thoughts that I've had in order to really kind of give advice about that, because what I would probably have formerly just thought of as just sort of a generic inner turmoil may have been, you know, something a little bit different in the context of what I know now about how my brain works. But also, like, you know, I'm such a blended mess of stuff that, like, you know, someone with a lot more distinction between the individuals there would be, you know, would probably have a much different experience. I mean, communication with the person that you're dating is obviously very important. That's just kind of general advice for relationships. And if you have to communicate the fact that, you know, like, this is the situation with your brain and stuff, I think it's probably a pretty important thing to cover, because it's gonna affect them and it's gonna matter to them, you know? The people you're dating, I mean. When they go and want to talk to you and there's a different person in that spot, they should be prepared handle that emotionally, right? That's kind of, again, not having really been in this situation in a way that I would understand as that. This is kind of like what I'm thinking of, but communication is always a good thing, right? Okay. The sync function is still such a mess. The sync function is the big mess of this code, though, so maybe... Let's use Matrix SDK self. What is holding me back on this project? Why can't I just like push forward and make this a nice API? It's like I'm in a comfort zone if there's some functionality that's there and it's slowly getting cleaned up and stuff, but like I can't get rid of my weird debugging hooks and notes and stuff like that because I'm afraid I won't be able to go back to them or something. You know what? Let's work on the actual UI of the Let's work on the actual UI of the program. Let's get that going. We got this login flow stuff figured out. I think at the end of that we'll just figure out a way to awkwardly hand off the Matrix client to a 2D scene where we can have our little adventures. I think that's the next big step here. We might be skipping ahead a little tiny bit because the code is still a little bit grimy, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and let's create a new folder and we'll call it a room scene. Create new scene. It's going to be a 2D scene. It's going to be called room scene. All right, and here's our room. We're going to have avatars, so let's go ahead and create a new folder. I guess we'll create a new scene inside of this. We're going to call it avatar. That'll also be a 2D scene. So we got room scenes with avatars. Avatars are we're just gonna drop in a sprite 2D, and it will be there we go. Quick load icon.svg. Wait, no, it'll actually be centered right here. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of text. Can we put UI widgets as... Oh, let's see if we can just stick a label on there. If we move that around, it'll move the label, right? Or we'll make it a child of that sprite. No, actually, we'll have it be right here. Username. Label underscore username. Can you call the scene The Last Airbender? No. Alright, there's our avatar. Back to room scene. How was Snack today? I am still kicking. All right, we're gonna add a. Let's see. Attach script. Roomscene.gd. That sounds good. We're gonna have to have the matrix client. So var matrix client wrapper. And then we'll have, I guess, a list of users that map to avatars. I don't know. Let's have like an init function. No. Let's just start off with that. Let's see if we can like hand this stuff off from the login flow. And this is gonna be real messy. Real kind of gross flow to go from this, but we're gonna make in the success screen here, we're going to add a child node button. We're just gonna say very testing still. When it gets pressed, we're gonna connect. On button, go to chat. Pressed. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna like replace the entire scene. So we're gonna say get parent. Actually, no, we're gonna say var room scene equals load room instantiate get parent dot add child room scene, and then we're going to get rid of this one. Q3. In the room scene, we're going to say room scene dot matrix client wrapper equals matrix client wrapper. So we're just gonna like hand that off over to the other scene. So let's go ahead and let's put a nice little background on our room scene, make it look a little bit less barren. How about I think I know where to go for this. So stream images. I'm gonna make a new directory just called images, create folder images, and then it's gonna be create new folder stock backgrounds. And this will be our default starting like screen for rooms in our chat system. So we're gonna start it up. We're going to, that's the wrong button. Also, we're going to actually change the startup thing. The main scene is going to be the login flow starting screen. So close that, start it up. Hit restore session, go to chat, and now we're in the chat. And we have the matrix client. And then in theory, when we see that there are other people in the room, or just people in the room, we will instantiate them. How are we going to see that other people are in the room? We need to get a list of users. We also have to get a list of recent users, because the way I was going to set this up was going to be like all the people are going to be in the room even if they're not active. So, yeah, how are we going to do that? Well, we're probably going to have to get a list of users from Rust. From Matrix in Rust, I mean. Let's do that right up. Send test message, sync. I'm gonna do it after the sync event. Get users in room. Self room ID string. And that is going to return a signal because we're going to do it with async stuff. Place like this, where the world burns and still I can exist. Okay, and then we're going to do client really is unwrap client. Just gonna put little OK here at the end. Make that compile. Okay. Client really dot users? No. Rooms. That return vector of rooms. Is there like a get room room ID, which is the thing we already had there? That's an option. Red soil scorched and stained by the blood of soldiers left falling in the rain. Oh, there's a room ID object. Okay, room ID from room ID. If you're not going to let me convert this from a string, I'm going to be very angry with you. Expected room ID, found room ID. Okay. New V2? Actually, wait, was that... Yeah, that's not an async func. Construct an owned room ID using the reference hash of the imroom create event of the room. Okay, we do want new v2, I think. Expected reference, matrix SDK, room ID. Found reference, blah, 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 blah. Parse error. Alright. Ah, there we go. If let some room equals room maybe. Maybe. Room dot, yeah, there we go. Users with tower level. Get Members, there we go. Wait, memberships. We got member... Members no sync. Sync members. It's members no sync. What is membership? Room memberships. What the hell? Why are there extra parameters that shouldn't be here? Ah! Is room memberships. Oh, we're looking for room memberships to join. Okay. That is actually a correct thing to do. Room memberships. What do I have to use in order to get this? Members? Oh, come on! Expected value found, struct room memberships, blah, 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 blah. It's... Yeah! We got it! Nice! Oh, got hydrate. Thank you. How's Snick today? I am tired. I was up late working last night. And I don't like doing that. Because it means I'm tired. Yeah, that's basically it. All right, I have to remember how to... Okay, we got matrix type to dict room members. Am I mixing up Python and Rust stuff again? Damn it. I am. Frick. Expected stir found string. So close. Expected stir found string. Mm-hmm. Why is this so hard? is something that can be avoided. I don't know. Crate bound, blah 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 blah, is not satisfied, blah blah blah, consider adding drive, blah 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 blah. So room member is not a serializable type. Oh crap. Sucks finding out that like random things aren't serializable, but whatever, it's fine, it's fine. We'll just make a new return type for it. Actually, what's the... We have like a list, right? We have this vector of room members. There's like a way to like do all this to convert it to a different like vector type, or like extract one field from it and put it into like a vector. I just want to get like the username out of it, right? Are you trying to return out of the let? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the list of room members from this thing, but that's not serializable. We can't send it back to Jodot in the way that it is right now. So the way I would do it in C is or C++ is I would make a thing and then I would like add a bunch of items to it and stuff like that. But there's like a way to do this properly in Rust, right? There's like list enumerations or something like that, mappings, whatever. Let's say there's like within room members. Here, let's do it the dumb way first. For X in room members. So X is a room member, and X dot name. We also have like a display name. Display name. Let I equals X dot display name. Let Z equals X dot user ID. We're gonna get the user ID and the display name, and then we would. You're trying to return out of the if let. Not yet. I mean, if I have to, I'll use the damn return statement. But right now, we're just trying to get the data out, and we're trying to put it in an array that we can send back to Jodot, which means actually putting it into a Jodot array of G strings. Well, actually, probably an array of dictionaries. Now that I think of it. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't rely on the serialization system to serialize the room member structure. Oh, but can we rely on base room member for it? No, we can't. Yes, this doesn't implement any of the serialization stuff. You can remote derive it. That sounds sus. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, that looks really fragile. That looks really fragile. That's definitely going to break during an update. And it's going to break in a really subtle, annoying way, isn't it? I'm not sure about this. I think we'll just do it. I think we'll just do it manually. It's fine. We only need a few fields off of this anyway. Oops. Array of dictionaries. Or var dictionary, because they changed the name of the type. Okay, so for each room member, we're going to create a new dictionary. Var let new dict is var dictionary new. New dict.set display name 2. Display name user ID to x dot user ID. Can figure out other fields to add later on. That is type mismatch resolving blah 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 required for blah 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 to implement blah blah blah. Oh, user ID itself is... I believe in you, my love, we are above. Okay, so user ID we can just convert directly to string. For display name, we're going to do that, or except user ID. So this way it'll use the user ID as a display name, right? Defense types, expected option, expected enum, blah 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 blah. So. It's not letting me get this stupid string out of here, is it? Consider borrowing here. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Okay, cool. Okay, so we know that it's safe to use unwrap here, I think, because we already know that we handled the case of it not being there and replaced it with a thing that was something. So I'm going to do unwrap. Okay, and then we just gotta place this display name. It's with user ID. Default to using the user ID as the display name if we don't have a display name. still have X. Just gonna replace with room member. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. We were so very close to that being functional. Temporary value dropped while borrowed. We're already storing the user ID right there, so we'll just reuse the user ID, so they'll just be pointing to the same thing. All like nicely converted and everything. Okay. Why are you in error now? You were fine before. Cannot borrow blah. Oh, right. Mute. I'm gonna do this for output list. Mute output list. It's an error. Of course it's an error. Why wouldn't it be an error? Type mismatch, blah, 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 required for blah, blah, blah. Type mismatch resolving var dictionary as to Jodot. Var dictionary as to Jodot. But it's already a Jodot type. Oh, it's not like pass by value. How about we do we do push new dix.phone? No, that's not gonna work either. We just take like a reference to it. That's not gonna work either. It is gonna work. Why is that gonna work? Why would that work? That value exists on the stack, and we're taking a reference to it. I'm so confused. Whatever. We got to figure out how to return an error now. Which should be so much simpler than it actually is. Okay, expected blah 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 to be a feature that resolves to result error, but it resolves to result custom unknown error, which is an error. That's a type of error. That's see, it even implements error. Like what's going on here? Come on. Oh, we can use anyhow here, can't we? Anyhow, error message. Okay. That's how we do the errors. Ah! We're not returning from the function, Wildjan. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're returning from this async block under wrap async block. Wrap async result block is a function that returns a signal. Yeah, everything's in this weird like asynchronous wrapper layer thing, but we have finally figured out how to return an array and an error message. Holy crap, that was hard. I still don't understand why we couldn't just return like the custom like unknown error thing, but that should have worked. I'm not going to push that any further right now. Let's go ahead and compile this damn thing and see if we can get a list of users. Okay, so we'll get a list of the members. So we're gonna do matrix client wrapper, get users in room, and the room ID is going to be that one. Mixing up Rust and GDScript again. Awesome. Okay, let's go. Okay, yeah, restore session. Go to chat. Failure. Try to assign a value of Joe.result to a variable of type array dictionary. Okay, so we have to check for errors in this first. Good morning, Clonk. How's it going? Alright, go to chat. Ah! Invalid call error code 40. Oh, that sounds spicy. That sounds like a really spicy one. Yep, that's... Oh boy. It failed. It failed. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see how it failed. Something failed on the Rust side. I can't complain. I can complain about Rust. We have been... Skip error. I've been complaining about Rust and Matrix for a bit now. It's we made it. Okay. And then the error message got truncated. Ooh. Error, no client detected. No client detected. What? It's the same error that we're looking at right here, right? No client detected. It hurts. All right, we've successfully logged in. Go to chat. No client detected. So this means that this unwrap client call right here, this is failing. Crap, damn. Oh my god. But this is working in all the other calls, right? Let's check the other ones. We got client arc equals blah 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 self.client clone, and then we have unwrap client. Alright. Got client. We got client really and unwrap client. Which is basically the same thing. But yeah, we're writing some Rust code and trying to make it work with Godot and the Rust Matrix SDK and async stuff, and it's like it's a lot. This is a lot for my first Rust. Well, not really my first Rust project, but you know, it's a pretty early Rust project. I'm still learning it. I'm still flailing around at the syntax, so that's fun. That's real cool. Oh, now I understand why the thing was returning an anyhow error, and only an anyhow error, and not like any of the other errors. It's because I was using the question mark thing, and that made it... Right, okay, yeah. We are hitting this error, though. And that's really weird, because that is the same object that we should have... that we have passed out. You know what? Let's do a little experiment. Let's actually have it call that function in the login flow. I'm gonna do matrix client wrapper dot get users in room. Now we're gonna paste the same room ID. I should have just built this on top of IRC. IRC wouldn't be able to store the images that we need for it. Never mind. Var thingy equals that print thingy dot get error. It's not an error this time. Oh no, it's a signal this time. I forgot to await. So impatient. No client detected. What did I screw up? Why is this different? This is the same as the other functions that we've been doing. Client equals blah blah blah. Client arc. What's that? Unwrap client. Send timeline event, same thing. Make a clone of the client, arc, unwrap it here. So why is this other one failing? Like we literally copied and pasted it out of here too. Alright, I'm going to force this to fail in a way that should give us a little bit more information. It's going to panic. So when was the last time that we even compiled this? Oh look! More warnings! Awesome! Yeah. No client detected. Wait. That should be... That should be... Oh, it's because we copied the stupid error message from right there. We can't get the room. Can't find a room, which means that this is probably failing right here. Stupid cut. That was a copy paste error. That was a copy paste error. Dang it. Can't find room. Okay, alright, now we're making progress. We are actually getting the client just fine. Mystery solved. Means we gotta go back and fix that back up. Okay, so it can't find the room. So we got this, like, create from reference hash. We need to figure out a way to get the room from just, like, the room, like, ID number. Oh, there's no way to get it out of here, is there? Oh, this uses just a... Oh, just the... Wait, what is... This is so confusing. Self.as stir. The room ID is... It just has the string as the... It's a tuple. It's a tuple. What if we just do... Can we just do new room ID? No? What's basic question? What's the way to get a stir out of a string? Let's just do like with that, like a reference. No, no, okay. This I should know this by now. Rust string to stir. As stir. String as stir. Okay. Expected stir found reference to stir. Ah! I hate this so much. Please, it just has a single, it's its structure with a single string inside of it, and I can't figure out how to make. Ah! Wait. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. No, we didn't. We didn't got it. Constructor is not visible here due to private fields. Cannot instantiate or initialize the tuple struct which contains Oh my god! What the frick is with this stupid language? This SDK, sorry, it's one of these. I don't know. Yeah, we got parse room ID. Ah, we got it. We got it. It's parse. Freaking swear. Freaking swear. This is absolutely ridiculous. We got our up stream. I want to see if this works first, though. Oh my god, this language is making me lose my mind. It's like, I want to convert a string to, like, a structure that just has a string inside of it. And there's no method to do that. Except parse. Like, from string? No. Try from? No. New? No. It's parse. It's like, cool. Yes! Yes, there's the output! We got it! We got it! We got it! We got it! Oh, thank goodness we got it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god. This thing is pushing back at, like, every freaking stage here, I swear. First try. Yeah. No. And there's our user data. Okay, we're not actually going to get anyone like instantiated into the scene because we also have to like poke the room state and get a bunch of extra information that way and all that stuff. And like, oh my god. Oh my god. At least we know how to get room IDs from room IDs. Yeah, okay, we got. Do you have any advice for someone who needs to take over a game codebase without formal handover? As someone who's going through that right now, good luck. Find something in it and fiddle with it. I guess. I don't know. I tend to. Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah. I don't think I have very good advice for that. That's a hard thing to do one way or another. You do? Yep. That's. Yeah. That's what I'm doing at work right now. Yeah, not completely like taking over the code base, but I'm doing stuff with code that other people wrote. So anyway, I can't get into too much detail about that, obviously. But it's tough. It's real tough. Let's go ahead and figure out someone to raid right now. So I guess. How would you... I don't even know. It depends on the scope of the project, too. Because, like, the one that I'm working on is real big. But you gotta find a way to see how all that crap goes together somehow. And sometimes breaking things is what you gotta do. Breaking things in interesting ways and seeing how it falls apart is actually a way to test that stuff. So... see how it works without... a certain vital system or seemingly vital system or something, or is like, wonder why this brick is installed here, yoink, and see what happens, you know. That kind of stuff. It can give you a lot of insight about how stuff works or doesn't work. Anyway, raid time. If you question or speak your mind, to lie. Ah. All right, we are going to go ahead and raid Cass Makes Games, I think. Oh, thank you for hydrate. Yeah, it's basically empty now. Let me get all this stuff kicked off. I gotta sit through an ad break too. So. Raid. So for some reason my laptop's going really slow and running really hot, and I don't know why. It's probably something worth looking into. Show me all these ads. There we go. Ah, dang it. There's someone that I would have rated if they were on a little bit earlier, but we already have designated our target, so... can't do it. Alright, well, thank you everyone for joining me for another Weekday Morning Art / Dev stream. Really appreciate having y'all here. You're all awesome and amazing. Hope to see you next time. Take it easy, take care, be kind, show compassion, show empathy. Don't get in a knife fight, use containers, and stay safe. Yeah, I think that's everything. Don't get in a knife fight. Yeah, that's my snack mom life advice. Don't get in a knife fight. It's not good. Not good. Alright, bye everyone! Take it from the girl who actually trains to knife fight. Don't get in a knife fight. That is true, actually. We kicked off the raid, right? Yeah, okay, good.